And we now... Oh, point of order, Robert Halfon.
I'm very grateful to you, Madam Deputy Speaker, for the point of order. This House is both the best workplace I believe, in the world in terms if you have a disability or disadvantage, but also the worst workplace in the world if you have a disability or disadvantage. And the reason why I raise this is because constantly lifts don't work, buttons don't work in lifts, doors don't work properly, and toilets are always out of order and take months and months to fix. And if you take just below the chamber in lower ground floor, there are toilets that have been almost out for 6 months on end and no one ever seems to be there doing anything to fix them. And I just think that this is not acceptable anymore. I've been here for 14 years, and whilst every single member of staff are incredibly, whilst every member of staff is incredibly kind, especially the doorkeepers, I just find it incredible. Things have got worse over the last 14 years in terms of doors being shut, lifts not working, buttons not working, lift doors not working, toilets out of order, people who should not be using disabled toilets who use them, and we do nothing about it. We do nothing about it, and we publish press statements saying we're inclusive and diverse employers means nothing to anyone. So could I urge you and the other speakers, Mr. Speaker and the other deputy speakers, to look at this issue with the Sergeant at Arms and get these facilities fixed once and for all, so people who have disadvantages can get about their business and not have to worry about doors being shut and and toilets being broken, the other things that I mentioned.
Well, I thank the right honourable gentleman for his point of order. He may be aware that the admin committee might be an appropriate place to raise these matters as well, but I will certainly ensure that his comments are fed back, and the Deputy Sergeant is there. I'm sure he will be feeding it back as well. I'm very sorry to hear of the experience he's outlined, and of course it's right that these facilities should be in good working order and proper provision for people with disabilities, so I will ensure that that is fed back. Thank you. We really shouldn't be having too many points of order at this point, but if it relates to something that's just been said. Okay, point of order, Margaret, Greenwood.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. Following on from the remarks made by the previous speaker, in relation to this, I would just like to add the detail of, I've noticed recently, additional security doors have been added around the estate, which require a swipe. There's nothing there for a blind or partially insighted person to understand that. In an emergency, it could cost them their lives. So could this be added to the list of things that you would feed forward, please?
I thank the Honourable Lady for her point of order, and I will certainly add that to the feedback that we will give.